YouTube, what up? Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I'm your host, the DFS Jerusalem, and of course, you can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. I'm jumping on, man, because we're gonna do a live stream, kind of talk about this 6-game NBA slate. It's a bittersweet moment for me right now because my New York Football Giants did win today. We did beat the Dallas Cowboys, and that's always cool. Anytime. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we did beat the Dallas Cowboys. Anytime you beat the Cowboys, that's all good. We're happy about that. Problem is, we won, but we may have to go to the playoffs, and I don't want to take this shitty team into the playoffs. Like, that's not a good look to limp and back into the playoffs the way that we're doing. Like, I don't love that, right? And but that seems like the situation. Looks like what we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna go to the playoffs. So, Giants win. We're now there's a chance if the Philadelphia beats the Redskins, we can actually make it to the playoffs, and that's weird to me because we're not a good team. But who knows, man? Who knows? Daniel Jones sucks. I'm gonna keep it real. That dude is trash, bro. That dude is a bum. I do not want him quarterback in my team another game. We got to go another direction. We got to do something different. That dude is trash, bro. And I'm just telling it. I'm calling it like I see it. Dude sucks. So let's talk about today's NBA slate. We're gonna break it down game by game. We got about 6 nice games today to go through. We're gonna talk about injury notes, whatever we have. We're gonna be taking, of course, we're taking comments from the homies. Mike Lowry says, "Fuck, they don't want team in the playoffs regardless, and we not losing to Philly." I mean, hey, all right, cool. Y'all ain't got no shot. Washington sucks too. Bro, if you don't got a quarterback, you don't have nothing. This ain't the same NFL where, I have a shitty quarterback, but I have this Hall of Fame great defense, and I have this great running back, and I'm gonna win. That's the old NFL. New NFL, if your quarterback sucks, bro, you're not gonna make any noise. You're just not. It's not gonna happen. So, if y'all want to watch games without paying for it, kinda, NBA Byte is a real cool spot to watch a lot of games, man. I do that. I watch a lot of games using NBA Byte. So let's jump into it. Without further ado, let us break this thing down. First game we got is the Washington Wizards. They are a 7.5 point road dog going to Brooklyn, my Brooklyn Nets, and we got a projected score of 117 for Washington, a projected score of 124. This is a combined total of 41.5 points, and it is the largest total on the slate. And for that reason, everyone is going to be paying a lot of attention to this game. Now, on a 6-game slate, it is small enough to where you could stack some 2-3-man stacks, shit like that. But it also is going to centralize our focus to the few teams that we really do like. Now, we got Russell Westbrook going back against Kevin Durant. That is going to be a storyline. You can definitely look for Russell to try to drop that triple-double, that big triple-double going into Brooklyn. So that's definitely somebody that we all are going to be on. I think 50, right at this point, 50 for Russell Westbrook is a really safe floor to target. I mean, every game this season, 58, 57, 60, 56. I mean, that seems like a really safe spot to project Russell Wilson's points. And, I mean, minutes seem to be right where they've always been with a player of his caliber. So, Russell Westbrook immediately jumps off of the page to me. Bradley Beal at 9.1. While I don't love him as much as I like as much as I like Russell Westbrook, I do think on a 6-game slate, he's a guy that is going to be in play. So I am cool with that. Thomas Bryant at 6.1 looks to be a usable option. DeAndre Jordan on the other side, somewhat of a real protecting center. But what I like about Thomas Bryant is he can step away from the basket and make a few plays closer to the foul line than actually just under the basket. Rui Hachimura, I like him a little bit more than I like Bryant because he's not only is he cheaper, but he's more of a skilled offensive player. So I think Rui is definitely in play. Davis Bertans on a 6-game slate, definitely a guy who is going to be in play. Raul Neto, I don't love him at 4K. I don't love Ish Smith. But I do. If I had to choose one, though, I would say Ish would be a play for me at 4.4. Nothing else from the Wizards side. And the one thing that I'm hoping about this game, I'm hoping that people think this game blows out, and it doesn't. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that people think this game is going to be a blowout, but it doesn't actually blow out. I hope this game stays close enough to where we do see, Russell Westbrook in the fourth quarter. We see Bradley Beal in the fourth quarter. We see Kevin Durant, Kyrie in the fourth quarter. This could be a really good game. I think that KD is going to come out and have a very solid showing at 9.3. I am cool with that. Kyrie at 9K. If I had to pick a guy between KD and Kyrie, I would definitely go KD. But I think Kyrie is in play here. Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot at 3.3. That he's pretty much like a lock and load for me. I like him at that depressed price point. 3.3. If I'm gonna get 20 minutes of him at 3.3, especially after having a couple of subpar games, like I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. That's cheap. That's cheap. Juice Man Smith says Luka is now doubtful, so we know we can't go hard with that. I'm gonna pin that just so we have that as a post. Luka is now doubtful. All right. Joe Harris at 5.7. I guess I'm okay with that. Jared Allen at 5.6. I like that a lot more than I would like DeAndre Jordan, even though he's starting. I like Jared Allen. Torian Prince at 3.2. That's somebody who I love. Landry Shamet, don't really like him. I'm good off this game. I think this is a game where I like the starters. Here. Next game we got is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers going to Memphis to take on the Grizzlies. And LeBron James is coming up as a game time decision here. That's funny because I like Anthony Davis in the spot at 9.7 either way. I love Dennis Schroeder at 6.8. No Marcus Hall for me. Wesley Matthews at 3.3. Definitely a guy that's in play. He is very similar to me to the Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot play from the previous game. I like him. Montrez is now down to 6.3. I think that's cool. I'm okay with Kyle Kuzma at 5.6. On the other side, the usual suspects here. Dylan Brooks at 6.3. Kyle Anderson at 6.4. Maybe Brandon Clark at 5.4. Tyus Jones relatively cheap at 5.4, but the Lakers don't give up much to point guard, so I'm not a big fan of that. Now might be a time to look up NBA defenses versus position. Fantasy Pros does a really good job of that. Okay. Point guards. Memphis Grizzlies gives up the most points. So far, they give up the most points to point guards. The Memphis Grizzlies. They give up the most points to point guards. And the most assists. And the most steals. That's dope. So I do like I do like that. I do like Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder would be a core guy if I was developing like a core of plays. Dennis Schroeder would be a core guy for me. I like him in this spot. What else? That's it. Nothing else from this game I like. Well, let's see what the Lakers are giving up to point guards. See that? Not much. Okay, so it's Portland, Golden State, then Memphis. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to Denver and Minnesota, where, without Karl-Anthony Towns, this team is a disaster. This team is an even bigger disaster without Karl-Anthony Towns, and we're talking about a 226-point total, with Denver being the road favorite. They're giving up 8.5 here, and Jokic is up above 10K. Will Barton is at 5.4. I like Jamal Murray in this spot. I think Jamal Murray can be a solid play. Monte Morris at 4.6 is somebody I like coming off of the bench. Gary Harris is very cheap at 3.8, so he's going to be somebody I'm definitely going to be considering. Will Barton at 5.4. I don't love Jokic, man. Let's look at Minnesota and what they've done against centers so far. Wow, they suck. This is the worst team against centers. 15 rebounds. This is the worst team in the league against centers from a second worst in total in terms of DraftKings points. Yeah. So Minnesota sucks against centers so far. And keep in mind, this is very early in the season, so they're the worst. Minnesota Timberwolves are the worst team in the league against centers. So definitely want to keep that in mind. So I guess that does put Jokic even further in play for me. On the other side, D'Angelo Russell at 7.4. I would say he is playable. Malik Beasley is 5.9 is playable. Naj Reid at 5.5 is playable. No Rubio. Culver is cheap at 4.1. I can get behind that. Maybe some Anthony Edwards at 5.2 coming off of the bench with Josh Okogie and Karl-Anthony Towns out. So let's take a look. Next game we got is going to be the Utah Jazz. They're going to San Antonio. It's a 221-point total here. And it's a 4.5 point differential in favor of the Utah Jazz. You see Donovan Mitchell, fairly nice price point on him at 7.1. I definitely like that. Rudy Gobert at 7.2. I like that. You get Mike Conley under 7K, but I don't really love him that much. Derek Favors and Royce O'Neal are both game time decisions. And if that's the case, depending on that, is where I'm gonna get my Joe Ingles in there. I think I'm gonna get my Joe Ingles on today. I think Joe Ingles could be pretty solid. I like Joe Ingles today. What does this team do against small forwards and shooting? Let's see what they rank. San Antonio is one of the best teams in the league. They're shitty against small forwards, and that's the spot that Joe Ingles plays in. So I like Joe Ingles today. Give me some Joe Ingles. And it also puts Bojan Bogdanovic in play for me as well. D. Russ has screwed me 175,000 times. I can dig it. On the other side, DeMar DeRozan is under 8K. So that's going to put him in play for me. I like DeJounte Murray in this spot. We got a game time decision tag on LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't know how to feel about him. Rudy Gay at 5.1 is very interesting, as is Patty Mills at 3.7. If I had to pick a 3K play of the day, it would be Patty Mills. I think Patty Mills is gonna come in. Meals. Ooh, Meals. Patty Mills. Look at what he's done this season. 20, 26, 17, 28. Like, Patty Mills, 19. Patty Mills has a safe floor, I think. And Patty Mills is always like 1% owned. On a 6-game slate, you can reach for Patty Mills. I like him. I'm definitely cool with Patty Mills today. Alrighty. The next game we got is the Dallas Mavericks going to Chicago to take on the Bulls. And this game could be interesting because we just learned that Luka has a doubtful tag. He's been upgraded or downgraded, excuse me. He's been downgraded to doubtful. Tony Snell out. Kevin Huerter. Okay. Maxi Kleber is probable. Jeff Teague was locked. Okay, Luka Doncic is now listed doubtful for Sunday. Bro, Kyle Kuzma is starting today. That is something to Kyle Kuzma starting today. He says, "Are we supposed to see the screen?" Duh, my bad. Pills are my bad, bro. You got 3K guys, Tucker Horton, the guy from Washington Brown. And, all right, so can we go back? Let's not go back through. Let's go back through this. I'm sorry, because I should be down here in that little corner down there, and you should be watching the screen. So I'm sorry. All right, so let's go back through. Okay, Washington. Who do we like? Westbrook, Bradley Beal, Thomas Bryant, Rui Hachimura, Davis Bertans, Ish Smith possibly off of the bench. We like KD, Kyrie, Joe Harris, Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot, and Jarrett Allen. Those are guys that I'm liking from this game. The largest total on the slate. The game that may get the most attention because it's a large total, but also a game that could blow out. Okay? Then we got the Lakers and Memphis. We just learned that Kyle Kuzma is going to be starting. 5.6 for Kyle Kuzma in the starting role. He comes in, hits the first couple shots, and he's hot. You know what Kyle Kuzma can do. So he's definitely somebody that's in play. On the other side, we got Kyle Anderson, Dylan Brooks, Brandon Clark off of the bench possibly. LeBron is a game time decision here. I do like Anthony Davis, and Dennis Schroeder is probably my favorite point guard play on the slate so far. Then we got Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves. This is probably the game that will blow out, though. This game probably will blow out, and I didn't love Nikola Jokic on the outset. Like, first look, I didn't love it just because I feel like the game's gonna blow out. But no Michael Porter Jr. So that means Jokic may have to do a little bit more. Will Barton may have to do a little bit more in order to achieve the blowout status. So we look at Jokic and we see that Minnesota is the worst team in the game against centers. Like, they suck. They're the most horrible team in the league against centers. So at 10.6 for Jokic, that might not be a bad play, and there's a very good probability that can pan out. Then we got Utah and San Antonio, where I like Donovan Mitchell for 7.1. I like Rudy Gobert at 7.2. Not a big fan of Mike Conley, but we know that small forwards do eat against the San Antonio Spurs because DeMar DeRozan is not a great defensive player. So that opens up Joe Ingles at 4.7 off of the bench and his projected 20-plus minutes. Also, Bojan Bogdanovic at 5.9. That kind of opens it up for him. Then we got the Dallas and Chicago game that everybody's. The biggest question is Luka. Like if Luka doesn't play, it elevates everybody, and you don't have to necessarily go to the bench to eat off of Luka being out. Remember, these are two bad teams, and you know that definitely drops. That levels the playing field. That 6-point spread does get level. So it's a 225.5 point total. Where I like Tim Hardaway a little bit more. I like Josh Richardson a little bit more. I like Dorian Finney-Smith a little bit more. If Maxi Kleber, he is probable, I like him a little bit more without Luka. If Trey Burke starts, I will have him in every single lineup. If Trey Burke starts, but I like him a little bit more than I already did like him. Jalen Brunson, I ain't fucking with Jalen Brunson. If I had to choose between Burke or Brunson, I'm going Burke. On the other side, Zach LaVine at 7.3. Now that you don't have the perimeter defense of a guy like Luka Doncic out there, hey, give me Zach LaVine all day. I'm cool with that. Kobe White at 6.2 is now in play. Even Otto Porter here. Wendell Carter Jr. a little bit expensive at 6K, but I don't mind that. With Lauri Markkanen out, Satoransky is out. Thad Young at 3.9. If he does, has he even fucking played yet and got like good minutes yet? Okay, because he had 31 against Washington, and he had okay. 31 against Washington, and then he had 14. Okay, so yeah. For the cheap at 3.9, I would say he's in play. Then we got the Los Angeles Clippers going to Phoenix. Chris Paul stands out to me here. We finally get a good price on Devin Booker. He's 7.7, whereas we see he's this is the first time he's under 8K this season, and for good reason because he hasn't been lighting it up. But this is a good spot. This is where we can buy low. We can buy low here. 7.7 dip. I'm cool with that. I even like DeAndre Ayton at a 7.1. Not in love with Mikal Bridges at 5.8. Let's take a look at how he's been doing. Keith Aiken, what's up, bro? But look at Mikal has been pretty solid. In the games he had this season, 22, 36, 26, 31, 22. So he's got roughly a 20-plus point floor. So I'm going to highlight him. Let's look at what they do against small forwards, though. Let's look at what against small forwards. Let's see what the Clippers do. But you're talking Paul George. Yeah. They don't give it up. Somebody said Tyler Bay on Dallas. Tyler Bay at 3K. Hasn't touched the floor yet. Okay. Nah, I ain't fucking with that. So on the Clippers side, and this is like the lowest point total of the slate. This 215 point total right here. Kawhi 9.6. I'm cool with it, but I don't love it. Paul George at 8.7. I'm good with that. Serge is okay. Batum is okay. Pat Bev, I don't love that one. 4.6 for Sweet Lou off of the bench. I think that's cool. Bridges has been great for me this year. Y'all think Golden State goes crazy tonight? Good question. Carly. Then we have Portland and Golden State. This should be a good one. Because, Golden State seems to have woken up a bit. It's the second largest point total on the slate, 235.5 points. Portland is a road favorite here. I love Nurk at that 6.4. You know, Golden State does a good job sometimes of taking the centers, the opposing team centers, out of the game. But Nurkic is such a good passer that I think he'll be fine. I'm cool with that. We got Cantor is sort of appealing at 4.9 as well. So I'm gonna highlight him. But I like Nurk today though. I really do. Robert Covington, he's hit or miss, but I think at 5K is somebody that you can take a shot on in a tournament. CJ at 8.4 is cool. Dame going home. Cause that's isn't Dame from out that way? Isn't Dame from the Bay? I think Dame is a Bay Area guy. So let's see. Dame ain't really. Last time out against Golden State, he did ball. New Year's Day, and that was at Golden State. So I get behind Dame. Steph at 9.4. If you think this game's gonna be close in any way, shape, or form, you gotta like Steph Curry. Andrew Wiggins at 6.9, a little bit expensive, but I'm cool with that. Kelly Oubre at 6K. He has sucked. Kelly Oubre has sucked all year long, bro. Oh my God, he sucked. Last time only 16 fantasy points against the Portland Trailblazers. Wiseman at 5.2. That's an automatic play. I like him. And we get Draymond back. So he only played 18 minutes. Yeah, I don't know if I like Draymond. So here we go, and let's just with the lineups. Well, with what we've done, my projection here, I've got a 289.3 point lineup projected, and this is using RotoQL. I kind of like this lineup. Alright, okay. Patty Mills popping. Just give me Patty Mills. I like that. I like Patty Mills. I like that. So I'm gonna save a few of these, man, and give me a lot of Jokic, give me a lot of Patty Mills. So I'm cool with that. Aldridge is out. So now we going back to so Aldridge out. Now we're going back to the Jakob Poeltl. Now Jakob Poeltl is in play too, with Aldridge out. And I closed it and didn't show it because it's a service I pay for. I can't like give it away because they'll like block me, ban me, get mad with me. So, yeah. So there we go. And now let's take a look over at FanDuel just to see where we are in terms of pricing. Westbrook 11K. Thomas Bryant 5.8. He's cheaper. As centers, I will be cheaper. Rui a little bit cheaper at 5K. I'm cool with that. KD 9.6. Kyrie 9.5. That's where they're supposed to be. 4.5 for Joe Harris. 4.6 for DeAndre Jordan. No big savings. Karis LeVert 6.5. Yo, do we like Karis LeVert on our DraftKings? Yeah, I like him. Then on FanDuel we got the Lakers and the Grizzlies, where Anthony Davis is 10K, Dennis Schroeder is 5.9. So I really like Dennis Schroeder on FanDuel, definitely. Kuzma is like lock Kuzma in, bro. On FanDuel, Kuzma should be locked. Starting at 4.1, just lock him in. Valanciunas 7.2, Kyle Anderson 6.4. No big discounts there. Jokic 10.6, Barton 5K, Monte Morris, Millsap, Harris, Jamal Murray 7.3. D'Angelo Russell 7.2, Naj Reeves 4.9. No big salary savers there. Gobert 7.8, Donovan Mitchell 8K. Mike Conley could be good at 6.6 on FanDuel. I wouldn't have a problem with that. DeMar DeRozan 8.5. Like, he's very cheap on DraftKings, so that's enough to like him a lot on DraftKings. Jakob Poeltl 4.2, Patty Mills 4K. In Dallas, Luka, who's out. Tim Hardaway Jr. 5.3. Josh Richardson is stupid cheap at 4.8. I kind of like that, especially Luka out, Josh Richardson 4.8. I like that. Trey Burke 3.7. You can give me all that if especially if he's starting. Zach LaVine 7.7. Give me that. Otto Porter. Kobe White. Yes, I like that. Wendell Carter Jr. very interesting at 5.5 on FanDuel. I am cool with that. And the Clippers and Phoenix. Paul George 8K. That's cool. Kawhi a little too expensive for me here. Serge. I'm okay with Serge. I'm okay with Lou. Nah, I'm not gonna play Serge. Devin Booker 7.5. Chris Paul 7.2. Those are good. DeAndre Ayton 7.1. I'm cool with that. Mikal Bridges 5.5. I'm good with that. Then we got Portland and Golden State, where Dame is 9.3. Nurk is 6K. I like that. The Cantor 4.7. Melo 4.5. 6.3 for Wiggins. I like that. Uber Jr. 5.2. I like that. Wiseman at 5.4. Not bad. So LeBron is out. What did you see Kuzma? Let me show. Fantasy Lab right here says Kyle Kuzma will start for injured Kentavious Caldwell-Pope on Sunday. That came out 44 minutes ago. Yep. So LeBron is out. No, it's not for LeBron. It's for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Even though we don't know, LeBron is still a game time decision. He could be out. We're not sure yet. We're not exactly sure yet. So on FanDuel, some players. Some players that I would like on FanDuel is okay. I like Kuzma really. I love Kyle Kuzma here. I think we can lock on Kuzma. Yep. Yeah, I love Kuzma in the spot. I don't know how to unclick that shit. So who are some guys you all are liking today? Why do you like them? Westbrook is very expensive on FanDuel. Westbrook's stupid expensive on FanDuel. I'm logging in Kuzma, and there was a. Oh yeah, I like Josh Richardson. What about Tucker? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I mean, how much has he really seen the floor this season? You know, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of his. And as far as small forwards go, I do like Kyle Anderson. I like Rui. I like Joe Ingles. Small forward is light, bro. Hardaway 9% usage increase without Luka. Great observation, my boy. Bro, the drop off on small forward is stupid crazy, bro. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick Bridges.
Hello.
So my point guard play is Dame. I mean, on FanDuel, man. Point guard is tough on FanDuel. I like Kobe White. I love Kobe White today. But can he get me 40? Westbrook on FanDuel is a little bit too expensive. A little bit too expensive. Alright, give me Dame. Boom. Yeah, so the four guys I like on FanDuel, I got Mikal Bridges, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Richardson, and big game Dame Lillard. Those are guys I got locked. So I'm gonna create some lineups, man, and I will see you all hopefully at the finish line somewhere tonight. Thank you all for tuning in, man. Y'all have a good one. I'll be back with tonight's overview recap of the slate, and also bringing you tomorrow's slate, where we do have. What we got tomorrow? Is it out yet? Let's go to NBA.com. NBA.com. Let's go to NBA.com. And Monday, January 4th, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 games tomorrow. We got a fair amount of games tomorrow, so that's lit. So I will see you all tomorrow. I'll see you all tonight, and then we'll come back and we'll break it down and jump right into it, man. So y'all have a good one. Much love to y'all from the DFS Jerusalem. Let's jump inside the group, man, and make some magic. Peace. I'm out.